104.3 Fresh Radio's Fresh Mornings with Monica and Jesse. Monica's off today, but I am not alone. I am talking to my good friend, the one, the only, Stefan Brogren. You probably know him better, though, if I were to make a hissing sound. Snake from Degrassi is on the Fresh Morning Show. Hi, Steph.
Hello, old friend. How are you?
Who are you calling old?
I'm not. Here we go. Off to a great start.
Let me ask you, are you sick of the Snake references? I know that's not what you're here to talk about, but I've been wanting to ask you that because I feel like when you're an actor and you have an iconic role like Snake, it follows you forever. Some people get mad about it. Do you?
I mean, I don't get mad at it. I mean, I really appreciate the fans and everyone that loves the show. Let's just say this. If it were any other show, you'd probably start getting annoyed. But Degrassi is kind of this iconic thing that I'm so proud to be a part of. The truth is that I love the character Snake, and I don't mind when people come up to me at all. So it is one of those things where you're like, well, this is with me for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. But there's worse things to be with you with the rest of your life.
I mean, what's the alternative? You didn't get the role. But anyway, I know you're not here to talk about you. We're here to talk about me. But
let's do it.
But wait, I was trying to find clips because I wanted to play these funny Snake drops like as I was chatting with you. But the thing is, a lot of your scenes are with your face. And maybe this is why you've become such a good director, but you're very good at like the nonverbal acting, I guess.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Far be it for me to judge your acting. So the reason you're on the show is I may have mentioned once or twice a little movie I'm in called Obsessed to Death, which you can now finally watch in Canada. Stefan is the director of it, and he's the one that cast me in the movie. So thank you.
Thank you, dude. You're so good in the movie. I mean, I'm so happy that it's finally going to be out in Canada. I mean, it's one of these things that can drive you a little nuts, you know.
I know.
You're working with like these great Canadian crews and these great casts all coming out of Canada, and then you can't show your family and friends on TV when it comes out. You know, it's a very frustrating thing. And at least now, Obsessed to Death is going to be on Crave, and soon a lot of other movies that I've been doing are going to be on Crave as well.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, and soon we'll be shooting the sequel.
Obsessed to Death 2.
Listen, I think it has legs, and if you watch the movie, you'll see the cliffhanger ending.
I think we tried to work out like 5 or 6 different how do we make a second one? There's got to be a way.
I have a whole filing cabinet of ideas. We'll talk.
Okay.
So this is kind of exciting, though, that, I mean, it did come out just over a year ago, but now it's finally available in Canada, which almost gives it a whole new life because, I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been getting people sliding into my DMs like, I love the movie. It's kind of exciting that every time it gets released somewhere, it has new life.
It's absolutely true, and it does feel like it's the premiere again, or like, you know, like it's the first time people have seen it.
Okay, so if you have not seen Obsessed to Death, it's a thriller, comedy thriller. How would you describe the genre?
I mean, I think it's a full-on thriller, and it has definitely got a very dark sense of humor to it. You know, it's basically about a woman that becomes obsessed with a Peloton instructor, and basically wants to take over her life and destroy her. I think there is the fact that influencing is just such all around us all the time. There's a sense of humor in how some influencers take themselves very seriously. And that's where our humor comes from in the movie.
Yeah, you're right. Gage and Summer, I play Gage, is like, they're kind of, typical Kardashian-esque characters, but they don't think they are.
They don't realize how silly they sound sometimes. And they take it very seriously. And as you need to present, like, this is really life or death work for you. And at the same time, the audience is going to be like, are we serious about these people? And that's knowing that some people would laugh at it that way, in such a good way.
Yeah. And there's some funny moments, but I'm very proud of Gage because I was going to say spoiler alert. It's been out for a year. But he's tougher than you might think at the beginning of the movie. That's all I'll say. You can't take a good beep down. But one of the scenes I was most proud of is I get poisoned and I have to have a seizure on the ground and there's foam coming out of my mouth. And I remember when you said cut, I can't remember who the camera guy was, but he was over top of me with the camera and he goes, "Yeah, I need a cigarette." I was so proud of that moment.
Oh, you were so, honestly, first of all, I know you came into it and you were super excited. I don't know, you don't know where things are going to go. And I really believe that you were the one, though, at the same time for casting. And you just killed it, especially, I mean, that's one scene that's very difficult to do. You got to really did you do research looking into
No.
Because you did it pretty disturbing.
Yeah, I know it was. And I was very proud of it. And it was just, you told me right before about the legs and stuff, but bad actor, did not do research. I guess I'm just a natural. I mean, let's be honest, though. The character's not a stretch. I'm basically Gage, but a little less fit.
Listen, you can be a character as much as you want, but if you don't have that listening back and forth with your other stars that makes your character something different, And that's what you did, right?
Oh.
I really feel like, you and Catherine and Holland started this really interesting
chemistry.
It was chemistry. It was 100% just chemistry. And, you can't tell people to do those things. It just has to happen, right?
Lightning in a bottle, yes.
Lightning in a bottle, very lucky on that one that everyone just seems to mesh in such a fantastic way.
And we should mention, starring Holland Roden from Teen Wolf. Any fans of Teen Wolf will recognize Holland. She's the killer. I'm just going to say it right now. She does a killer job, doesn't she? Oh my God. Other than how great I am.
Job. A lot of people really excited because they felt like it was a Degrassi Teen Wolf crossover. And
yes!
And if you want to look at it,
I could see it. That is so funny. Okay, so before I let you go, Obsessed to Death, CraveCanada, hopefully more streaming platforms. Why did you cast me as Gage? What was it? Like, how many auditions did you get and why me?
Let me just say, you get a lot. I probably looked at about 30 people. The casting director would have gone through and made some very precise picks for them to send to me. It was between you and one other guy, but I was convinced it was you. I knew, there was something, first of all, very kind in your performance, even though the character is a real.
Well, he's a bit of a bitch.
A little bit, yes. No, but it comes from a place because he loves Summer so much.
Yeah.
And yet they have it's a true friendship. And I remember on the callback, I just wanted you to loosen up or something like that. I'm not sure what it was.
I remember I was too big. My background's theater, right? So I tend to overdo it. And so once I pulled it down, then I think you were happier.
That's exactly what it was. And like I said, if you can be as crazy on a show as much as you want, but there has to be some truth behind it. And you brought all the truth. And it's just, I think you did a fantastic job. You're so funny in this movie. It's amazing.
I'm very, very, very proud of it. I need to book another one, though, because now people are like, okay, it's been 2 years.
Yeah, I know. It's time, dude. We'll figure something out.
Who was the other actor I was up against? I would like to send him some apples.
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
Okay. You're so much fun. Stefan Brogren, a.k.a. Snake.
I miss you, dude. It's really nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you, too. And I hope you're wearing your Obsessed to Death t-shirt.
Always.
Obsessed to Death now streaming on CraveCanada. Stefan, director of the movie, thank you so much for joining me today on the Fresh Morning Show.
Have a great one.